off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. Good morning. It is time for Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. Home to the Asian Oprah, KCAA, and then iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, and more. Oh, why so many places? I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So you are not going to get any headlines here. And if you're looking for the headlines, there are so many places that you can tune in to get those. But here, I don't want you to have a case of the 4A's. And when you do tune in to the headlines, wherever they are on your radio or TV or your smart, sometimes not so smartphone, you'll get a case of the 4A's: angry, aggravated, anxious, afraid. And those are on purpose. The producers want you to stay watching through the commercials. That's why we have very few of those here as well. We just have show sponsors who allow me to give you topics and guests for one express purpose, one for you to learn something new and to be happy 88% of the time, because I'm on that mission, Happy 88 mission, 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. My socials to that end, my topics that I write with are to that end. And I'm so glad that you found me. This is consecutive week number 712. So those people who said I wouldn't last a year because I don't talk about the headlines were wrong. 13 and a half, or a little more over the half year mark now, and I'm glad they were wrong. I'm glad that you're here. I see eyeballs rolling in, and I want to welcome my bonus listeners and watchers who are here because they enjoy Gladys Knight. I know that my front row center, beautiful experience watching and enjoying, and I toasted her with my Diet Coke and she raised her microphone to me. And then later on, we had a beautiful connection when she did my signature flash piece. And I'll tell you, it was one of the best experiences I've had in my life. So if you're here because you're a new Dr. Marissa, she's the one that posted Gladys Knight, then welcome to you. And thank you for joining me this morning live. I'm here live every weekday morning. I'm the host producer of this show that, for those of you who are here for the first time, I start every show with an exercise called breakfast. And no, I'm not having Uber Eats get you breakfast. Sorry, but I do start with a good life habit called take a bite of my gratitude sandwich. So what is that? That is top of the bun. What are you grateful for that's outside of yourself? Bottom of the bun is what are you grateful for that's inside of yourself? And I find that with every show that does not piss you off, that's not my desire on this show, is definitely to make you feel amazing instead of the angry and aggravated. That when we do focus on things we're grateful for, that tends to make us feel better. So here we go. What are you grateful? You're welcome to play along with me. The chat, you are live with me now on YouTube, so I can see your comments and see what you're grateful for. I also want to warn those who are tuning in on my AM FM side, do not chat with me, please, while you're driving. Wait till you get somewhere where you're safe and then you can drive. All right. Then you can comment. Can you tell it's Monday? Let's see. I am grateful that I did, as I mentioned, get to see Gladys Knight live. I was at the Luckman Fine Arts Theater. I got a text from my friend. Actually, to tell you the truth, it was a first date. I don't think I put that on the post, but it was a first date, and you can't say no to a first date when a guy says to you, I have a front row center ticket to Gladys Knight. Would you like to go? So, yeah, that was a pretty easy yes to the first date. And we got there, and I'm so grateful that I got to see her perform live in person and close enough to actually meet eyes 3 times. And as I mentioned before, I got the nod with the microphone, and then I got the flash piece, which a lot of you saw. I'm grateful for all of my new watchers and listeners who probably didn't know that I had a show, and or who Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. I was actually introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah. I'm going to say that that is my second gratitude. It's not every day that you get introduced to Oprah, number one, and as the Asian Oprah, which is a super honorable moniker. And that was done by my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith. Some of you may know him as a teacher from The Secret, who is now the founder of Agape International Spiritual Center. And I am grateful for that community, that I get my positive roots watered and my peace of mind fertilized. And I'll do a little commercial. You can join me. I actually sing. Yes, I am the true. Someone just called me the poster child for multi-hyphenate, but came out of retirement to sing with the Agape International Choir. And if you're not doing anything Christmas Eve, you can see me on stage in action. Uh, when is it? I just go to agapelive.com. I think the service starts at 6:30 with meditation. 7:00 the singing will start. So you can meet me there online streaming, or go, if you live anywhere near Beverly Hills, please go to the Saban Theater. So I'm grateful that I'm singing again. I'm grateful that I have my fabulous first thing in the morning coffee. I do love that first. There's something. This is the deliciousness of life. Hang on. Mm-mm-mm. I was just one with my coffee, and man, does that taste good. You'll know that I encourage people to stop talking, stop reading, stop playing, and just really enjoy your senses, the sense of taste with that. I'm grateful that I have not had COVID yet. I won't say yet. I haven't had it at all. And I'm grateful for that. I have a healthy dose of multivitamin first thing in the morning. And that seems to take the work. So that and I do get the vaccination. So I'm grateful for that. All right. So those are the gratitudes on the top of the bun. The bottom of the bun is something I want you to do before you go to bed tonight. Now, gratitude turned inwards means that I want you to think about something that you like about yourself. Now, this is a exercise as weight training for what I believe is the foundation, the um, the center of good mental health. And I will credit my honorable moniker Oprah with bringing this whole topic of mental health to the mainstream media. The good news is we're talking about it. The not so good news is a lot of us are looking for relief outside of ourselves. I'm not saying that you should not seek professional help, but I do also believe that a lot of us have forgotten that we have the power to focus, and the power to focus on things that are good instead of things that are not so good. So, primarily starting with ourselves. We have well meaning parents, sometimes more mean than well, that say, don't toot your own horn. You're not all that. Who do you think you are? And I know that they're doing it to get us to be humble. However, if that message or that rule goes into play for too long, it's a habit of looking for others for approval. The younger generation has taken it to an art form. Thank you for the finger. This finger, not the other one. I love it when I get hearts and fingers. So thank you. So the younger generation now has taken likes, like looking for who likes me, to an art form with social media. How many likes do I have? How many, people, whatever. That is a dangerous way to validate yourself. So I do this exercise because I want you to fall asleep thinking about, oh, I appreciate that I am creative. And we're all creative, all 8 billion of us, even if you didn't know that. It's not just artistic people. We are problem solvers. Think of the last compliment you got. Think about last time you said, yay, me, or good on you. I say good mama a lot. And this, I believe, it's my BS, my belief system, that you will when you feel good about yourself, you'll feel better about other people, but most importantly, your mental health is anchored not in how other people feel about you, but how you feel about yourself. Okay, so that's why we do this. I just gave you one. I also am great. I appreciate that I have a good sense of humor. My husband told me I was not funny like every other day. So best thing about divorce is I'm owning my funny. I've been doing stand up as well, and that's been super fun as a motivational speaker. Doing stand up is it's easier because I'm not afraid to get up on stage, but the bad news is I talk a lot, and for comedians starting out, you're only supposed to do 3 minutes. That's the hard part. So I appreciate my ability to keep going. I mean, they said I wouldn't last a year on the show, and guess what? We're coming up on 14 years. So there you go. I would like you to do this before you go to bed. If you cannot think of anything good to say about yourself, I would ask you to visit me on my website. I've got lots of things that'll help you with your happiness through this holiday season and more. In fact, the first thing I'd like to do is give away something. This is what I do on Mental Health Mondays. It is Monday. Mental Health Monday Matters. This is something I do every single Monday. So that's why you can get, let me pull this up here. This will be an easy thing. It is my website. If you go today to my website and scroll down and or get the pop-up. So I'll scroll down for you here because I just exited the pop-up. But on the bottom, you'll see a place for you can put your name, your email. I promise not to spam you. And then just put Mental Health Mondays and then free audiobook. And it is my number one best-selling book called 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. It's a national bestseller and number one Amazon. And my beautiful friend Layla Ali did an endorsement. Neil Donald Walsh is the back cover endorsement, New York Times bestselling author of Conversations with God. It's not a religious book, and it's not a book that I write you because I'm a psychologist, which I am, to tell you to be happy, but I'm one of the 7 out of 10 of us who've had childhood trauma. And so it's a book, a workbook to help you move through the pain and into power. So you get a free one today. How's that? You tune in for the first time and you get a free audiobook. Just put your email in there. And after the show, I will send you a promo code to get that. If you'd like a signed copy, there's a way to go in my shop to get that. But these are all the ways in which you can benefit from the work that I do and be in touch with me. And I'll be starting a new happy hour group thing. So get on the list and I'll be sending you instructions for that if you want to keep in touch with me beyond social media. All right. Where am I? The other reason why I want you to connect with me. And the other reason why I want you to go and do this exercise at night and talk about how much you like yourself is you'll fall asleep better. Most of us fall asleep these days thinking about what I did wrong, who done me wrong, right? That's why this show is very much focused on what's good with people instead of what's wrong. So that's another way to help you fall asleep. It's no wonder there's a lot of people with sleep problems. If you are doing this before you go to bed, meaningless scrolling, looking at bad news, then you will have trouble falling asleep. But if you do this good life habit and talk and think and remember how great you are, because y'all are, then you will get a good night's sleep. All right. So that is breakfast with Dr. Marissa. Hopefully you'll do this for 21 days. That's what it takes to make a good habit. You can join me here and we'll make sure we start with breakfast. Thanks for joining us for breakfast this morning. And now for the topic of the day. We actually have 4 different topics we're going to talk about today. Since it is Mental Health Matters Mondays, we are going to talk about holiday blues. And even if you're listening to this after Christmas, it's still the holidays. Officially, it doesn't end till after New Year's. So whether you're listening to this now or later, blues also affect no matter when it is. If you've I'm not going to say lost someone. If you're missing someone, because they're really not lost, it's my BS that we all come from love and we all go back into love. That's where they are. But if you're missing, and the holidays are certainly a time where you miss people more than others, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever that time is, sometimes we sort of lose the whole holiday missing people. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about my beautiful Gladys Knight. A lot of you are here because I said that I was going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about some of the shake my head comments that are going on with that post. And I have a very great interview for any parents. And I know I have a lot of parents tuning in who are either giving or they know their kid is going to get an electronic device. And I don't know about you, but, you know, with my kids, when I picked them up at school, it was an automatic, how was school? And that's fine or great. And that was it. And then their head would be buried in their smart whatever, and then I wouldn't get a word out of them. So we had a rule coming home when I picked them up. It would be, you cannot get on your phone until you tell me, and I would time it for 2 minutes, what happened in every class. And that seemed to jog their memory to tell me special things about what happened in class. So I have a great interview with someone who will help us with tips on working with your kids if they have new electronics over the holidays. I also have a great interview that got pre-recorded because of time with someone who is here with a health message during flu season. So those are the 4 things that are on the docket today with... Take my advice, I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. And we will take a quick station break and come back with, which one will I do first? I think we'll do the flu season first, and then we'll come back and talk about Gladys. So don't go away. I'll be right back in 2 and 2 while we take a quick station ID as well as the interview for flu season. Don't go away. I'll be right back. I will be right back.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
Balance with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. And, the holidays are prime time for kids to unwrap their first smartphone or tablet. But what should be a special moment of joy often quickly turns into what experts call tech tension. Parents are left asking, how do we embrace new technology without sacrificing family harmony? Joining us today to help ease the stress is Kristen Lewis, Chief Product Officer at Aura, and a leading digital safety expert who has spent nearly a decade helping families build healthy tech habits. Welcome back to the studio, Kristen Lewis.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to hear from you.
Absolutely. Now, why do the holidays create so much tech tension for families?
Sure. So think about any time a child is getting, whether it's their first phone, tablet, or gaming device, or just a brand new one with new bells and whistles, it's a really big milestone. And there's all these emotions that are layering on top of each other, where kids are super excited and they want independence with that device. And the parents want them to be excited about the gift for sure, but they also have a lot of kind of fear and unease around, is it going to take over their life? Are they going to use it safely? Are they going to be responsible? And that mix, that dynamic is really what creates the tech tension. So you combine that with the holidays amplifying it, because almost half of parents of kids under 18 are purchasing electronics for the holidays. So this time of year just brings it ahead.
Yes, definitely. Now, what's the most important thing parents should do before handing over a new device?
The best approach is really to slow down and use it as a moment to set things up together. So even if your child is really tech savvy, this is like a really important teaching and connection moment where you can set expectations and really build trust. So whether you have an older teen and you're kind of walking through setup screens, things like privacy settings, location permissions, tracking, it's just an opportunity to kind of touch on what information is safe to share online. And then if you're setting up any type of parental controls, whether it's time limits or you're blocking certain unsafe content or apps, establishing those types of ground rules really openly and communicating them really clearly up front can really help a kid sort of understand and stick to those boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely. So important. Now, what guardrails actually work in real family life?
I know, and you're asking a mom who says yes to bonus time multiple times per day. So no family is perfect. But if you keep things really simple and realistic, here's some examples that I really love. One is just no screens at dinner. And that's a rule that parents and kids can adopt. And you can really have more of a we're in this together mentality if it's not all one. Another one, especially if this is a teen and if you're gifting a phone, deciding whether that phone is going to sleep in their bedroom with them or whether phones charge overnight in a different location, that kind of overnight use and kind of app and phone use disrupting healthy sleep is really a tricky area that is really helpful to get ahead of up front.
That's totally the number one. I tell that for adults. They complain they don't have a good night's sleep. I'm like, where do you plug in your phone? So totally good habit to start young. How can parents stay involved and support digital balance as their kids start using new devices?
Yep. So Aura Parents is an app that is really designed to help parents stay really connected with their kids without crossing a line into being totally overbearing or what's perceived as overbearing. And while every parent, I think a lot of parents make sure their kid knows, hey, I'm giving you this device, it is my right to kind of look at whatever I want. And that might be true, but what parent actually wants to read every text message their kid is sending, or paw through every bit of time? So Aura's really there to give you more of a macro view of here are their habits, here's where screen time is spiking, or here's new or distracting apps they're using. Here's maybe how their social interactions are trending or changing. But really, these are insights that are designed to focus on the big picture behavioral change and really give parents the tools that they need to have productive conversations. And again, continue to foster that environment of trust while keeping their kids safe.
That's great. Any other simple habits you would recommend for parents?
Modeling does matter. And I say this as the parent who has been scrolling my phone while telling them to get off of their devices. But if you're scrolling at the dinner table, your kids will assume it's okay for them to do so too. So the other thing I'll say is the digital landscape changes all the time. You can stay ahead of all of the things that are changing with Aura's resources about digital parenthood. They're at aura.com/holiday.
Awesome. Yeah, I have this, when I go out with my friends, we all put the cell phone in the middle of the table, and the first one to pick it up picks up the meal. So there's a tip for parents, not just kids, but parents. Now, where can families find more tools and guidance on this area?
Yes, everything you need. Parents and kids can use Aura for just $5 a month, and we have a ton of great resources and educational tools for parents at aura.com/holiday.
Fantastic. It's always great to have you here, Kristen. Thanks for all the information. Now go and have the best day ever.
Thank you.
All right. I thought I had a thing at the end there. It's Dr. Marissa. Welcome back to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balance with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, CNBC News, and NBC Sports. Home to the Asian Oprah, #1 talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, you'll get an alert every weekday morning to tune into a show about hope and happiness. So glad that you're here this morning. We've got lots of eyeballs in the studio. You're welcome. I am live, so you can chat and I can respond to you. And welcome to the new ones who are here to talk about Gladys Knight. And that's what we are going to talk about now. Because I'm not breaking my rule on gossip at all, because that's what we don't have on this show. And I'm not here to get embroiled in a controversy as well. But I thought it was important to talk about the age debate that seems to be going on my social. For some reason, posting that beautiful clip of Gladys singing her heart out and in has sparked some controversy. So those of you who have an opinion either way, I'm really, really grateful to know that most of you are not criticizing Gladys, and seeing the incredible positive things that she is showing in those clips. And I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this, but I think it's important for those of you who maybe are tuned in and don't know what I am talking about right now. There is a post that I put up last week after my fantastic first date with a gentleman that got me front row center ticket to Gladys Knight. And let's see if I can share this for you. And I will play you exactly what she sang for this particular clip. This was the first clip that I put up. And with said to me, we're not going to kill you. There she is. And it's gotten to the point where we just can't live. Ooh, someone got the reason. Okay, I'm going to stop to see if I can avoid a copyright strike on that. But you can go to my social to get 3 different clips from that, 3 different clips from that night with Gladys Knight, so you can finish playing that. But yeah, I was kind of shocked at the reaction. Well, I was so happy with the reaction, primarily on my Instagram and my Dr. Marissa Facebook page, that people loved and were hearts and just absolutely enthralled, as should be. I don't use that word often, but in this particular case, to see someone who's 81 on stage singing, I would say at 88% capacity. She is 81. So anyone that has expectations that someone who's 81 should sound exactly like she did in the height of her career, I will ask you, do you do what you used to do as a 20-year-old, where you are now, whether you're an oxygenarian or nanogenarian? I have a bonus dad who's 96, and he used to play the ukulele, and he used to sing, and he used to write songs, and he used to, you know, write articles with me, and he used to be a great orator. And he had some health issues like all of us do. Our bodies kind of wear out, and yeah, he doesn't do that anymore. Does it diminish him as a person? Absolutely not. Is it frustrating for him to get his words out? Absolutely. Does it pain me when he can't get them out? Absolutely. But he is still an amazing person. And for Gladys Knight to get on stage at 81 and entertain us continuously, not and I think this is where the rub and the controversy is with the comments, is there is and I didn't know this until I did some research, that there's some potential, because of her son's statements, a son that has already had a difficult past. So which is not conjecture, this is not gossip, this is facts. And he's saying and accusing her husband of 20 years for making her perform. And so the comment has been, let her retire. And that, thank goodness, has been the minority, very much minority, but it's had something for people to get angry, aggravated, anxious, and afraid about. And so that's the unfortunate part. So I just want to be really clear, and why I'm talking about this today on Mental Health Matters, and use it as an example of how I stay happy. Okay. That's my brand. Y'all know the reason why I flash peace at her is I end every interview, and I have video and pictures of Halle Berry flashing peace with me, and John Travolta and Quincy Jones, because it is my BS, my belief system. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. So we'll get to world peace if every individual is at peace first. So that's my Kool-Aid that I'm going to try to get you to drink today, and sort of hopefully put this one to rest. Now, probably won't, because people just love to argue on social media. I don't know what it is. The anonymity, I don't know, but it is indicative. If you're going to post something, it doesn't matter what you post. I'm grateful that for 17 years now, there's nothing on my posts that is negative, accusatory, gossip. I don't do that, right? I have made that a promise, and I've lived up to that promise. And I don't want to break the promise today, but I do want to sort of set the record straight. So Gladys Knight, my night with her, I watched her front and center, like in love. She multiple times expressed how much love she felt for her fans, how grateful she was, how much she how much fun she had. She was laughing. 3 times I saw her shed a tear, and I don't think those were tears of, "Why are they making me perform?" They were tears of joy. They were tears of remembrance. She was singing some songs that brought back memories. That's what I saw, and I was there, and therefore, those who have never been to her concerts, who have never experienced her performing live and witnessed and felt the energy and felt that, I would I would suggest that, and this goes for any post. Good luck, Dr. Marissa. This goes for anything that you are seeing or posting or reacting to. I think there's way too much license for people to um, have an opinion or speak something as the truth when they weren't even there. If you're not there, I don't think you have a leg to stand on, is what we used to say. My father used to say the definition of a critic is a one-legged runner. Yeah. So I say this not to shoot on you, but I am gently cajoling anyone who is an active shiitake starter or a shiitake continuer of speaking about things that are not based in the experience. Okay, so that's rule number 1 for me for social media. And then rule number 2 is, why can't we talk about the good things instead of the bad things? Hello. SMH. Shrug my shoulders. S. Like, I don't get it. Why people feel the need to criticize. Now, I will say that right now I'm breaking my own rule, which is focus on the 88+% of the comments that are positive, and there were way more than 88. I think it was more like 95% positive. And then there was 1 or 2 comments, and then everybody jumped on that bandwagon for the thing about let her retire. There was one incredibly crazy, I will say. This is me. Well, it hurts my heart when anyone comments about anyone who is naturally beautifully aging as ugly. Someone put she was ugly. Someone said something about her nose. Someone said, and it's like, I do not understand, of all the things that you could focus on, that's where you go. So that's why we don't do this on the show. I want you to focus on, there were probably 500,000 hearts, because some people did like a whole 3 rows of hearts. So if I extrapolate out how many hearts there were so many. That was preponderance of the comments. And I'm grateful for that. And thank you to all who did that on the post. I started hearting by author, like all the positive comments, and not parting the ones that I didn't like, which were a number, but certainly not any more than 3%. But then it got to the point where there are now over 500,000 views on that, and I I could spend all day hearting, so I apologize if I didn't heart yours. I loved all the positive comments on that post, and I'm so grateful. I'm happy that and for those who thanked me for posting it to share her, and I appreciate it. Was my blessing. And to all of those who say that she's being forced to perform, number 1, I did the research. That is not what the and those of you who have conspiracy theory, I don't know why people, it's like you're screwed, right? They release a statement and you say its statement's fake. They don't release a statement. What are you hiding? Come on, folks. I know common sense is uncommon, but please appreciate, folks, what is good. And what was great and continues to be is the fact that she has said on numerous occasions, and this is not conjecture. And you can go conspiracy and say, oh, that's not really her talking. You don't know that. All right. Multiple times. And darling, if you've seen any of her interviews or, she's not a person that put someone else can put words in her mouth. Okay. Sorry. Um, Yes, of course she has memory. I have memory as I age, even though I'm hashtag ageless. I have great memory, but my recall sucks, and that comes with age too. So why are we focusing on things that are just ugh, they're mean spirited, and the reason why this is not a lecture for um shaming people at all. I am about, are you as happy as you can be? That's me. That's my shtick. All right. And when you're shiitake talking about people, you may feel good for a fraction of a second. And then I promise you, not only are you not feeling good emotionally, you're also affecting your physical body. When you're when you're in your piss offedness, you hurt your immune system. This is not conjecture. This is not conspiracy theory. This is proven now in the medical community that you are hurting yourself. And I don't want you to hurt yourself. So if you have to talk about something about Gladys Knight, can you talk about something that isn't it amazing that at 81, she is singing like 88% of everything and moving and grooving. She's got those moves like come on, come on, come on. That's in my newest post with her singing. I mean, she is right there. Like, isn't that amazing? And for those of you who are using your grandmothers or your mother who's 80 something and you wouldn't do that to her, darling, she's not Gladys Knight. Sorry. She's you're and I'm not shaming you or saying your mother's not your mother's amazing. If you're using your mother as an example, that's amazing. But she's not Gladys Knight, and Gladys Knight is not your mother. So let's not also extrapolate our own experiences onto someone else. This goes for everyone. This goes for everyone who's in the limelight. Instead of let them retire, I'm going to say, let them sing. Let them do what they want to do. Lord knows she's my role model. At 81, I want to be broadcasting and trying to get you to drink the Kool-Aid about feeling better about yourself and about life every day. That's what I want to be doing. Why? Because honestly, it makes me feel better, right? If I'm feeling bad when I wake up in the morning, I feel real good by the time I get off of the air because that's why I do the show. Because life is way too short to be feeling like crap. All right. Thank you so much for joining. I have one more interview that I got to put out here and then I'll come back and end. But hopefully that was interesting enough for you that all of that applies to holiday blues. Focus on not the day that they pass, not that you miss them. I mean, feel that fully, have a good cry, hug yourself if you're not with someone, and then focus on the beauty that they are from wherever they're back in love. But remember all the incredible experiences that you had with that person, right? That way, turn your holiday blue into holiday sunshine. All right, we'll be right back with more on Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. AM 1050, FM 1605, and streaming everywhere. Don't go away. I'll be right back after this word about flu season, how to protect yourself.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. And,
Oh,
the holidays are
you know what?
prime time for kids to
Sorry about that. I did that one already. Here comes the one that is correct. I think I lost it too. Those of you who missed my announcement at the beginning, you can get a free copy of my #1 best-selling book, 8 Ways to Happy, because it's Mental Health Monday Matters. Just go to my website, asianoprah.online or drmarissa.life, and I'll send you the promo code because it is Monday, Mental Health Matters Mondays. And now a word about flu season. Let's see, is it? And here it is.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. And the holiday season is almost here. And with more people traveling and gathering with loved ones, more respiratory illnesses will be circulating in the coming months. So, what do you need to know to stay protected and healthy this season? Samantha Picking, Senior Director of Immunizations at Walgreens, joins us today to discuss how to stay healthy this winter and holiday season, including what vaccines are recommended and other ways to protect against respiratory viruses. Please welcome to my studio for the first time, Samantha Picking. And good morning to you. Tell us, Samantha, about the respiratory virus season so far. What should people know or be on the lookout for?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to forget every year common respiratory viruses like flu and pneumonia, they cause hundreds of thousands of hospitalizations and thousands of deaths. And in recent years, activity has started to ramp up in December, likely driven by increased gatherings and travels and the holiday season. So I actually encourage everyone to check out and monitor Walgreens Respiratory Index. It's a publicly available online tool that tracks flu and COVID activity across the United States. And we developed this tool to provide the public with actionable and accessible data to stay informed and take necessary actions to stay protected as the virus season progresses. And I know you're in California and looking at it right now. California currently ranks 23rd among states overall for acute respiratory illness activity. But again, it's an unpredictable respiratory season, so that can change at any moment. So whether you're planning to travel or host guests for the season, the respiratory index gives you real-time insight into what's happening in your area or at your destination.
This is the time when you don't want to be in the top 10.
Exactly.
Now, what can we do to protect ourselves and our families against flu and other respiratory illnesses ahead of the holidays?
Yeah, I mean, it's a busy time of year. Now, we are all super busy, but it's critical to take the time to get your annual flu shot and other recommended vaccines. So that could be the updated COVID-19 vaccine, RSV, and pneumonia vaccines. If you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, it's not too late. And based on my experience as a pharmacist and the available scientific data, it's absolutely vaccinations are safe and effective ways to protect against highly contagious illnesses. Now, getting recommended vaccines can reduce the severity of symptoms, lower your risk of hospitalization, and Walgreens also makes it super simple to get all your recommended vaccines in one visit. You could walk into your local Walgreens today and get your vaccines, or if you want to plan ahead, you can schedule an appointment on walgreens.com in our app or just by calling 1-800-WALGREENS. And our online scheduler actually offers you the ability to book an appointment for up to 4 vaccines. So you get multiple vaccines with just one trip. And then an added bonus is if you also want to do some last minute holiday shopping or pick up that wrapping paper when you're in store, we are also offering individuals 20% off their next purchase of $20 or more as a My Walgreens member when you get your vaccine.
Great. Yeah, I think I'm a poster child. I'm one of the few people, I've never gotten COVID, knock on wood, and I am all up to date. I'm like the first one there anytime it's time to get a vaccine. So I absolutely recommend and agree. So so that does answer, like, if you go in and let's say you need a COVID and a flu, so you're saying multiple you can get at the same time. There's nothing wrong with
Yes.
that.
It's absolutely safe to get multiple vaccines at the same time. And for many people, getting recommended vaccines in a single appointment is the easiest way to stay up to date. I know I'm busy, so
That's
making one appointment is so easy. I just get both together each year. And then the other thing is, if you want to come together as a family, we allow also booking for up to 4 individuals in an appointment. So you could do a family appointment, check that off the to-do list for everyone in your house. And as always, Walgreens pharmacists are available to counsel patients on what's best for them, their loved ones, based on personal medical history and the latest recommendations.
beautiful. Now, give us some advice on how people can reduce their chances of getting sick during the holiday season.
Yeah, and I mean, number one is getting vaccinated. Most important thing you can do to help protect yourself and your loved ones. But in addition to vaccination, everyday preventative actions can help reduce the spread of viruses. So, for example, that's avoiding close contact with someone who is sick, covering your nose and mouth when you sneeze, washing your hands often, and avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, which can be tough to do. But I also recommend, if you're traveling, prepare a travel bag. Put essentials in it like a hand sanitizer, disinfecting wipes, tissues, and any prescription medications you may need to have on hand.
Great advice. Now, what can help with recovery when you are sick?
Yeah, so you may get sick. You could be experiencing cold or flu-like symptoms like a runny nose or cough. Now, I recommend you could head to your local Walgreens and get a test for COVID and flu before traveling or gathering this holiday season so you can know if you have one of those viruses. But also, cold and flu season can be so unpredictable. So it also helps to keep a few essentials at home. So some common items to consider would be pain relievers, cough relief, fever reducers, hydration aids, and humidifiers, and at-home tests and disinfectants, as we mentioned. But beyond those, also vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, zinc, selenium can support the immune system. And many of these items are available via same-day delivery from Walgreens. It's super convenient. I use it all the time, especially if I'm sick or I have a sick kiddo and I don't want to go anywhere, or maybe you're trying to avoid a crowded space. So you can order all of these essentials and get them delivered to your doorstep the same day. And then lastly, when you're thinking about managing your symptoms or additional over-the-counter medications or minerals or vitamins, make sure you talk to your Walgreens pharmacist or other healthcare provider. They can help you determine what makes the most sense for you based on your health conditions, your symptoms, but also any other medications that you may be taking.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that our listeners should know while I have you here, Samantha?
I think my biggest advice is, again, vaccination is so important. I know it's busy. I know it's the holiday season. It's really tough to find the times for ourselves at this point in the year, but make sure you get your vaccinations. And again, it's so easy. Schedule your appointment or walk in anytime. But also, if you have questions, our expert pharmacists are always there to help you navigate latest vaccine, testing, treatment, and what's recommended for you and your loved ones.
Fabulous. Where can we go for more information?
Yeah, for more information on everything we discussed, including that vaccine guidance, testing options, but also those virus trends, you can go to your local Walgreens or you can go to walgreens.com.
Fantastic. Thank you for stopping in and giving us some good information. That's what we do here. We do talk about some real not great things, but there's always a solution. Now go and have the best day ever, Samantha.
Thank you so much.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, FM 106.5. Leaves no listener behind. And the home to Asia and Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere, especially live every weekday morning on my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and give me the finger, and there's been a lot of them this morning, this one, not the other one, you'll get an alert every weekday morning to come tune in to this show about hope and happiness. And I was responding during that pre-interview interview. I hope you've enjoyed both the topics that were important to your happiness. One, if you have kids, talking about how to monitor their electronics that they're getting in the holiday season, and two, how to stay healthy during flu season. But we went into that with a nice discussion about Gladys Knight and the concert that I was able to attend. Definitely one of the top 8 moments of my life is when I got a personal acknowledgement because I flashed peace at her, and she saw it and returned that. And that's the clip that's getting so much love, 98% love. And then there's been that 2%er. Lord knows there's always got to be a 2%er of people who want her to retire or let her retire. I'm so glad that we had Lady Love here who saw that clip, is here, and a bunch of other people who have not identified. Welcome for the first time to the show. But certainly, yes, we should replace. Let's see, what did she say? She can't wait to see her. She loves her so much. And this is really the main response to that video was this: hearts, I love her, amazing, thank you for posting this, all of that. And where's that comment I wanted to put up? Yes. And let her sing. Right, we're going to replace the let her retire with let her sing. Right, when she wants to retire, I am 100% sure, based on the research I've done with what she has said, the statements that were made. I can't help if you're a conspiracy theorist that doesn't believe what is put out by people. Sorry, because you can't win with folks who say it was conspiracy theory, because when you say if they don't put out a statement, it's what are they hiding? So I don't even get involved in all of that. I wanted to address this part because there are so many people who are speaking out on my social for the first time on something, and I just wanted to give the ones who, like Lady Love, are reacting in the way that I was hoping for, putting that clip up, which is, isn't it amazing? She's 81. She still can sing her heart out, her heart in. She can still express the joy and the love that she has for us. Yes, I was also at the Four Queens. These amazing singers, Shaka Khan, I've actually got to perform with. Because she's a lover and a member of Agape International Spiritual Center, and she loves my big brother Michael Bernard Beckwith, and I got to sing with her with the choir, with the Agape International Choir. So, I think it is a brilliant, beautiful, incredible thing to watch and appreciate when these iconic singers are there to continue loving what they do. So let's let her sing. Hopefully you enjoyed this very full show with a lot of different topics. Last word on holiday blues: choose to have a holiday multicolor. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We've got David Longoria and Kathy Garver, Grammy nominees, and now Grammy Award winners. Kathy Garver, you've seen her before on the show. She was Sissy on Family Affair. That's tomorrow. So come back for all of these that are new. And now, have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow.